Well, they love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL has once again returned to Oakland, California. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Wizards of Tokyo taking on the Huskies of Oakland. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert to throw right away. And his first pass is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. How about this? And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a way complete. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Huskies use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Don't need it all back back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The Shaheed going to go in motion. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Three and a half to go, first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Huskies are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they interplay here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. But you look at this defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. He can dunk all day long.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. They'll run with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
Now, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was. because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll go to Barkley again. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Herbert's throw taken in by Collins.
And touchdown! Nico Collins, 33 yards. And the Wizards have cut it back within a score. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. His first touchdown on the year. Make it a 2-point game.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Fights off the tackle at the 20.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one caught by Rice.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That one covered. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Third and 5.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Now he's free to midfield. Saquon Barkley. He's to the 10.
Touchdown. Saquon Barkley
with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown.
Rasheed Rice,
46 yards.
And the Huskies are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working powerfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's a give to Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's Deebo. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Deebo. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
31-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Herbert now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ryland on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for the touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Huskies will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Completes it to Hardman. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
A handoff for Samuel. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. On 1st and 10, it's Samuel. Evades him at the 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now an audible here into something else. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Huskies add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. And now here is another interception. Now he's loose at the 40. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Ryland for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Now he's loose again, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
The extra point by Ryland, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Play action. It's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all